Hey, good evening, good evening. How are my CEOs doing? Those of you that are creators, those of you that are empowerers to yourself as well as to others, and finally, those of you that are operators that get out there, they put it down, they pick it up, they make it happen on a day in and day out basis. Hey, me and my wife, we just finished up our pop up shop, second one in 2 days. It was fabulous right here in our community in Fayetteville, Georgia. We love it. The people came out, they came out and they showed out, meaning they showed love to all of the vendors, not just us, even though we truly appreciate them sharing love to us by way of us providing them with services and products for which they paid for us to, for the things that we do. Rooted Vines, once again, herbal teas, um, out on our website, myrootedvines.com. Please go check us out. The holidays are coming up. We really appreciate the love. It was a great day. Nice, sunny. It was hot. Yeah, it's great customers from all from as far as Washington State. We're out visiting family who live here in Georgia, and they came out and we just had wonderful conversation. A lot of our customers just came to Chalk, be out there with their kids, enjoy the time. I posted, I want to say about a 4 minute video earlier today of the event on my YouTube channel, CEO 369 Consulting. It was just, as I put out there, it was a gargantuan competitive advantage. We got out there, we served, and our clients, our customers, they showed us love. So that was funny. It was the wildest part while I was doing that. Something just kept coming to me about desires of your heart. And I remember the passage, it's a biblical passage from the Bible, and it says, God will give you the desires of your heart, which is in Psalms 37, chapter 37, verse 4, which reads, Delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. And I truly take that to heart. My mindset receives that. My heart set, my emotions receive that. My health set, taking care of this temple, it receives that, as well as my soul set. My spiritual nature receives that. And it is something, the desires that me and my wife have had to own our own business. That was a true desire of our heart. And it manifested. It came into existence. That's what I mean by unlocking the desires of your heart, the manifestation strategies for you, the CEO of your life, whether it's within your work that you do, creating the things you do every day, empowering the people that you do, operating at high performance, as well as if you have your own business, online e-commerce, we still go out there and put on pop-up shops and do the things that we truly do desire to do, and in return we are providing the service for which we are paid, and we get amazing delight out of that. How you define that, the desires of your heart, they're your very own. I don't think two people can think and have the same desires because each person thought is different from the next. But at the same time, they can have some similar type of stories. I remember like when Apple was launching with Steve Jobs, and at the same time, Microsoft, which is software, was launching at the same time. And they were very, very competitive. They related to each other. And I think, for a point, if I understand it correctly, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs had a meeting and they discussed the things of what was going on with it within the company of Apple and how it was trying to stay afloat. And these are very much true competitors in that industry of technology. You see it even more so nowadays when you have Apple and Microsoft, but Microsoft became this huge juggernaut, and at the time, it's understood that Bill Gates came alongside and helped keep Apple afloat. And I think it wasn't until the launch of the iPhone that Apple launched like a rocket ship. And I remember when the very first iPhone that I first ever had, it was like the iPhone 4, but that was through work. I'm personally, I'm going to stay away from what phone I truly enjoy having. But now it's like, I think it's like iPhone 16 now. And it's still like, it's like a rocket ship. Same with Microsoft. Microsoft ain't even skipped a beat, you know. And there's so many other companies throughout. But I wanted to share that story. uh, but sometimes from the outside, those of us that are CEOs, that create things, we have our own business, we work hard. From the outside, it makes sometimes it looks like we have it all. You know, the profits are soaring, things are happening, you're getting the accolades are pouring in, but inside, sometimes we feel empty. And you see a lot of that great CEOs or artists in music and sports or in companies. And then, if not properly realigned or properly aligned, you know, things can go sideways real quick. But if you align yourself with that of having a fulfillment, and this is what's really important, understanding what your philosophy is behind what it is that you enjoy doing. I always ask people, uh, and we've talked about this, reflection exercises, those type of exercises for which you take a moment and you put everything on the table. Like I tell my wife, things that we enjoy doing. I still work a full-time job. I still enjoy our online e-business. My wife is getting ready to go into the workforce doing remote work. Deeply excited about that. I also enjoy day trading. At the same token, I have a passion to become a consultant. So I have to lay those things out and have proper perspective. Another word that we were talking about last week, or closing out this week, getting ready to launch into a new week. Those are some of the things, how I am performing across the board. How is my personal as well as my professional life looking, measuring up? Is my house or my home in order? Uh, am I taking care of the business? If I'm giving attention and love that all my family needs, meaning my wife, our children, grandchildren, in-laws, blood family, so on, those type of things are really, really important. So those are the challenge, and it helps when you do this as you wish to get clarity and perspective on the things that you're manifesting and wanting to come into fruition for yourself. Those things have to, your vision as a CEO has to align with your values. You know, your works, your work becomes an extension of your purpose. Let that sink in. Please do me a favor. I love seeing the views that I'm getting, the comments that are starting to come in. If this resonates with you, put a comment in on my YouTube page. Let me know if this is resonating with you. If it is starting to help you see the desires of your heart and where it is that you're trying to get to and how you're going about doing it. Manifestation is an amazing strategy, something in which people, when you talk about manifestation and getting that clarity for your business, for your personal life, having things in order. For me, where I truly found it out at. I've read a lot of books on the topic, but already told you guys about Robin Sharma and the 5 a.m. Club. That has given me such a manifestation of understanding on what it takes to step into my everyday actions, the things that I do, things that I am passionate about, and I go hard for it, you know. Getting up at 5 a.m., coming down and doing the 2020 formula, which is, you get downstairs, you do your 20-minute workout. You move in the capacity of doing, 20 minutes of reflecting, meditation, deep, hard soul searching, listening in, getting in tune, as Cat Williams would say, with your star player. You know what I mean? Cat Williams is a phenomenal person, and that's how quickly things start snapping to me. It's just like that. And then finally, how do you want to grow? What are you doing to put yourself in that position to move to that next level? Because as you do go through the process of climbing a mountain, you're going to get to that plateau point, and then you're going to see that next peak. How high do you want to go in that allow you to perform at that optimum level? That is critical. How do you set smart goals for aligning with your passions? Do you give yourself some chances to just really help you to gravitate, start seeing those things? I think I've showed you guys several books this week, but wanting to become a consultant, I got the Consulting Bible by Alan Weiss. Phenomenal. I'm about to start reading about philosophy, and what you believe will inform how you act. Think about that. What you believe will inform how you act. Now, that's being a consultant, but I can also translate that into being a day trader. I can translate that into the work that I do now as an administrative officer. I can day trade that into rooted vines. What I believe will inform me, Chauncey, how I will act. Tell me, when it comes to your philosophy, what you believe. Put in comments. How will you act? Is that important to you? Setting smart goals, achievable goals. You know, my mentor says, look for those micro wins on a daily basis. Mine is simple. Sometimes if I go out to work, I get to return home safely to my wife. If I go into a pop up shop, we had a number today in our head. We hit the target. you, we did what we set out to do. Me and my wife are about that business, and we truly, deeply desire to share that with others. That's a passion. That is helps us to have our daily alignment practices. Things I do, like I told you about that 5 a.m. club. Got that down like it's on automaticity point. It's no need to, you know, I don't, as long as it's taking me in my life to get where I'm at, I'm ready to take it that same amount of time to achieve that level. You know, 57 years. I mean, I was talking to this cat today, and it was so, I felt so awesome and honored. But me and this young gentleman were talking, and he got to the point I was telling him about thoughts of retirements on in and I kept saying 3 years, and he kept looking at me like strange and funny. He's like, but I finally told him my age, and I said I'm 57, and the dude like what? I said, yeah, I'm 57 years old. I'll have 30 years at working with the federal government at the time. He's like, man, I didn't know you were 57 years old. I thought you were younger. One, I felt honored, but two, I was like, no. He's like, he talked about his father and some of his health. It's not overly important in that regard, but through my training and what I've done in my life, from the moment I graduated high school, I went into the military. From the military, some college, and then a few odd jobs, and then TSA, and then where I'm at now in the government. A lot of that I had to learn to overcome um, the fear hormone, which is called cortisol. I have learned how to lower that fear level just in doing these videos. Sometimes when I initially start, it's like, how do I do this? Just got to be me. I had to learn. I'm Chauncey. Can't nobody else be me. Can't be duplicated, replicated. I don't care what nobody says. I have to have that authentic, be authentic in what it is that I do in order for it to come out at that high level. And it's not going to be perfect by any stretch. Those some people that can get on here and have that YouTube content like to the T, light shining, and this, that, and the third. I'm just me. If I learn how to put the lighting on, bringing, other things into this, I just want to be genuine. I want to overcome that fear and limiting belief that a lot of people, even those of us that are CEOs, can have. Yeah, sometimes you need to pull back and be real. But at the same token, when I started this, me and my wife started our business, made our move from Washington State to San Diego, now here in Georgia. Um, Maybe it was a call to action. We made it our business. We challenged ourselves, and I want to challenge you. If you do have desires that are deep, that you like, oh, how do I go about doing it? I showed you my journal earlier this week. Put it in a journal, write it down, and then get about that business. For me, the book, The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma, that person, I call him my mentor. He helped me get the courage to do the thing. And then I got a support team, pow, that will blow your mind. They help me, they encourage me, love on me, you know, help me see that I have something to give. And that's the most important thing. I think one time, and I'm almost at it, so I'm kind of coming down. I remember me and my wife, we were driving, and my mom, my father, my ancestors, my grandparents, everyone, man, I remember I had the music on and it was a song by Teddy Pendergrass that came on, and I'm telling you, my mom loved him. And I don't know what it was, but it washed over me that I was like in tears. I was like, oh my God. Fellas, I don't care what you say. Crying is a good thing. I was trying to keep it in. I was trying to keep myself composure. And my wife, like, look, did a double take. And I mean, I'm still clicking at about 60, 70, miles an hour, but I was just overcome with this. It was a good thing. It wasn't bad or nothing like that. It was just love. And my mom loved. I mean, the music is just it's deep within me. I mean, one of her favorite artists was Tina Marie, and I remember one day seeing my mom in tears, But I heard that Tina Marie song playing in her room, and single mom taking care of 4 kids was can be difficult. I don't care. I mean, having two parents in a household, it can still be difficult. But a single mom, I ain't got nothing but admiration and love for you. Single dads, mom and dads together with the grandparents, the whole nine. I love seeing family and the closeness together, and it rides with me. I'm keep it sucked in. I ain't gonna have no tears, but yeah, that's my call to action for you, for your desires. From what the good book says to any inspirational book that you might read, you can just do a Google search and ask that question: how do I fulfill the desires of my heart? And I tell you this: the desires are whispers of your potential. The question is, are you willing to listen and take action? That's all I can tell you. And then I'm going to go ahead and just read you this other one. For me, I think I said earlier, the spellbinder character in this book of the 5 a.m. Club told the two other characters, he says, "Oh, this is a bad part." They were at this place where Nelson Mandela was imprisoned, and he said, "It's time for you to start your journey." And they said, "What journey?" He said, "The journey to the territory called legacy." Tell me in the chat, what is your journey um, for that of legacy in your life? Truth be told, how can you, as a CEO, a creator, person who likes to empower other people, empowering yourself, and those that perform at as operators at a very high level, what are your heart's desire, and how can your heart's desire become a compass for which you follow? And also always know this, that success will naturally follow you once you understand the desires of your heart. Hey, I love you guys. I'm normally in bed before 10 o'clock. It's 10:04. So what I'm going to do is always ask you guys, if you like this message, give a like, share it. I know I do what I do to try to help people understand the importance of living their true purpose here on the face of the planet. And I believe each and every one of you can do that. And if any way that I can encourage you, share with you my story and how I believe in my heart of hearts, that path that I've started, that journey that I've started to that territory called legacy, it can be yours too. As always, as my mentor says, Robert Sharma says, own your morning, elevate your life. Good night.